going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for another predicted lineup video as we prepare for Burnley at home, last home game of the season on Sunday, 12 o'clock kickoff. We are the first game of the weekend, so if we win, we do go into the top four, and then we look out for Arsenal's lot on Monday night. It's a massive game in terms of the top four race, and Antonio Conte has been speaking in the press conference, and there is new team news now. So Sim, what is the team news?
So Romero is going to be out for the rest of the season. Obviously, there's only 2 games left, so it's not a long time, but it's a bit of a shame. Bad blow apparently took to his hip, which we heard about a few days ago, and it's going to keep him out again for Burnley and Norwich. So we're not going to see him again this season. Obviously, the rest, Reguilon as well, he confirmed he's not going to be back for the next 2 games. They're both definitely out. So they joined Skip, Doherty, and Tanganga on the injury list.
Do you think we've seen the last of Reguilon in a Spurs shirt?
I don't think so. I think he's going to be here next season. I don't think we're selling him.
Yeah, interesting. All right, well, look, we're going for a 3-4-3 formation as always. In goal, Hugo Lloris on the back of 2 pretty impressive displays, really. Yeah, and it's he's going to be, look, hopefully he's not too busy in this game. Hopefully we're going to be the ones dominating possession and keeping Burnley away from our goal. But on the odd occasions they do get set pieces and these kind of things, he's going to have to be on his game. And he's actually been a lot better from set pieces, I found recently. I don't know if you felt the same. Yeah, no,
I think he's been a bit less flappy than he used to be.
Yeah. I feel he's caught quite a few corners in recent weeks.
Yeah, which is very, very positive. So, yeah, Lloris obviously has to play our captain.
All right, so Captain Hugo in goal. Right wing back, we're going to look at Emerson Royale, who's been much improved in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and he's 2 really good displays against Liverpool and Arsenal. But this is, in a weird way, this is his biggest test yet, in a strange way, because
I know, I hear what you're saying.
Because like Liverpool and Arsenal, as much as obviously they're better teams, he has more space to play with. And now, when the space is restricted and he's asked to actually show a bit more quality and get good quality into the box and stuff like that, with less space to play with, we'll see what he's made of. But look, not going to knock him after his last 2 displays, but in a way, for me, this is his biggest test.
Yeah, and in a funny way as well, before that Liverpool game, in the week building up to that Liverpool game, like when you've seen the teams that Spurs have struggled against in recent weeks, I was thinking like that we're going to get our chances against Liverpool, we're going to get our chances against Arsenal, and it's these games against Burnley where they're going to set up to frustrate us. Is the games where we usually struggle in. So I was actually feeling more confident for the Liverpool game than I actually am for the Burnley game, in some sort of strange way. But you can kind of get what I'm saying. In the right, well, let's move on and carry on with the predicted lineup. In the right centre-back role, we're going to look at big Patron Sanchez, as Conte likes to call him. I love it when he calls him that for some reason. Yeah, I love it. But Sanchez, he came in against Arsenal, was a bit shaky at the start, but ended up having a really good game.
Yeah, and I think his physicality can help us in this game, because obviously he's a bit more aerially dominant than Romero. Obviously Romero is a lot more proactive in his defending, and he's a lot more aggressive, and he's a much better player, ball-playing centre-back as well. So Sanchez has a lot to live up to him from that front. But in terms of when we are defending from set pieces and things like that, Sanchez should definitely help. Obviously he was as well involved in the 3rd goal for Spurs, so maybe when we talk about Sanchez in this game, he can show a bit of his passing, but that's not what I'm expecting. But hopefully he steps up admirably again.
Exactly. So that's Davinson Sanchez in the right role instead of Cuti Romero, and in the centre role is going to be Eric Dyer, who again has had a really strong season.
Yeah, and very impressive last couple games, and he's going to be very important for us as well in his the way he plays out the back and his long range passing and setting the tone. So yeah, I'm very. Look, he has to play. Obviously, he's always going to play Eric Dyer. So, and if he keeps going like this, World Cup call-up has to be on its way.
Has to be. I mean, do you think he's had a better season than Ben White?
I think so. Look, we've conceded less goals. You know what I mean? I think he's. I think Dyer's been central to that. I think Ben White has been good, but I think for me, Dyer's been more consistent.
Like they've been like 2 or 3 international breaks since like his good form, right? And he hasn't been considered once. Not once has he got a
I think
call
he's
up.
just gone under the radar about how good he's been. I think he doesn't get the credit he deserves. People still paint him in the brush that, oh, he's always got... Look, and obviously, I don't think he's the perfect defender, but people still paint him with that same brush because he was really average for a few years, let's be honest. But I think ever since he's gone to centre-back under Mourinho, he's definitely been a lot better than he was in midfield. Last season, he had his mistakes, but he also had some very good performances. And this season, mistakes have been very few and far between. You've got to say that. And he's been very consistent. So credit to him.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. And to make up that back line with the back three, obviously on the left is going to be Ben Davies. Again, I'll keep repeating myself, but on the back of two really good displays.
Yeah, and he's going to be very important, I feel, in this game to create overloads and get forward and create space for the other attacking players, because if those back threes just stick to their position, then we do risk not exploiting any space, and we're going to have to manoeuvre them. And I think he did that quite well at times against Arsenal, and he's going to have to do that again. Obviously, again, I'm a bit worried in terms of he's not the most physical defender, so if Weghorst goes on him and stuff like that, is he going to be bullied and outmuscled? That's one thing I'm worried about. But hopefully, Dyer and Sanchez can deal with that, and Davis can get on with what he's doing. So he's playing very well at the moment, and long may it continue.
So that's the back three. Left wing back is going to be Ryan Sessegnon, our only fit left wing back in the squad. And I got a feeling with Ryan Sessegnon, I feel like he's improving in confidence and in quality game on game. And I feel like the end of the season's coming a bit too soon for him.
Yeah, because he's starting to get his form back. Obviously, he went for a good spell, didn't he, during the season? Then injury kind of put a stop to that. But I feel like when he's getting the final third, he's starting to pick people out, and he's starting to actually get some good final ball. Obviously, like to get him maybe shooting positions a bit more, getting on the end of things. I like to see him on the other end, like he was for Fulham, getting to the back post and scoring goals. We haven't seen that enough. Yeah. But he definitely is starting to gain more authority. And maybe it's just a case of because he was against Saka and Salah, he had to do a lot more defending. Maybe now against Burnley, he'll have more opportunity to do that. And I'm looking forward, because I think
he will have less space to manoeuvre in, though.
Yes and no, because in theory, he will have less space to get forward on the wide areas. But if he gets into the box, he might have a bit more space, if you know what I mean, because it commits players more. So maybe he'll have more opportunities to get in the box. So that'll be good. And that's what I'm hoping for in this game. It could be I think the wing-backs, again, just like they were in the opening game early in the season when we didn't play very well, I think the wing-backs are going to be very, very important to stretch Burnley.
They will. Yeah, 100%. So let's run through that back line with you one more time, guys. So it's Hugo Lloris in goal. Right wing back with Emerson Royale, left wing back with Ryan Sessegnon, and the back three of Davinson Sanchez, Eric Dyer and Ben Davies. Let's talk about the midfield now, and let's talk about the first player in terms of Rodrigo Bentancorp.
Yeah, and he had a very good game, I thought, against Arsenal, and I thought he had a very good game against Liverpool as well. He's going to have to be a bit more authoritative on the ball in this one to create, because I think he's going to get a bit more time and space maybe than he did last week, against Arsenal. And that's the one thing that's always been a big worry with our centre mids. They're very good when we're playing against better teams because they're good at tackling and opening up the space. But once you give them the ball and you ask them to create, that's when they can be a bit not as effective. So it's going to be difficult for them, but hopefully they have enough in their locker to create enough opportunities.
Absolutely. And next to him is going to be the Viking, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who's also been really consistent as of late and put in some really strong displays as of late as well.
Yeah, and they do try to make it a battle, Burnley, in the centre with Cork and Brownhill. You know, they're very two hard-working centre mids who don't give you an easy ride. But in terms of as a battle in the centre, you've got to back Højbjerg and Bentancorp to overcome them. But it's all about if they do get in possession, it's about their quality. And I think Højbjerg has a bit more quality in a weird way than Bentancorp. I think Bentancorp has a bit more of a better long-range pass, but for me, in terms of in and around the final third, I think Højbjerg is more effective. And I think it's going to be his job to try and be that extra man on the edge of the box and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I think they're going to be very important, obviously, to what we do on the weekend. On the right-hand side, we're going to look at Dejan Kulasevsky. And I got a feeling that this could actually be a game where Kulasevsky can really thrive because of his physical nature.
I completely agree. And if Liverpool was Son's game, if Arsenal was Kane's game, I think this is Kulusevski's game for me. I think Kulusevski has to be at his creative best, and I think he's going to be the one, because they're going to have look, they're not idiots, Burnley. They're going to have so much focus on Kane and Son in this game. Like Kulusevski could be the one to be able to find an extra yard, and he has to be able to make the most of it. I want to see him taking more shots in this game. We know that if there's one player in our front three who's the best at potentially picking a lock, apart from Kane's probably number one, but Kulusevski, he's very dangerous at having that vision and finding a pass inside the area, and I back him to be the one to make the difference in this game.
Completely agree. 100%. Up top is obviously going to be Harry Kane, back on form against Arsenal. Keep going.
Yeah, and I think again, physically, it's going to be a bit tougher, because I feel like the Burnley centre-backs are a bit more physical than the Arsenal ones. But I think he can still definitely compete. And for sure, we need to be getting the ball into him, fizzing it into him. And he needs to be getting into the game as much as possible. And he's definitely got the ability to turn a few Burnley defenders and get a few shots away. So I'm also envisaging him getting quite a bit of joy in this one.
So Harry Kane up top. On the left, to make up the predicted 11 is Heung-min Son. And, he's got previous Puskas a goal against them as well. Puskas winner with that mazy little run. And I want to see more of that from Sonny in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt he's going to be running for the whole team.
I want to see him taking the game to them and really, running at their defence.
Yeah, and he did that against Arsenal brilliantly. That's what got Holding sent off in the end of the day, just causing havoc with his runs. And look, there's no doubt about it. There's going to be limited space for him, and he can struggle sometimes under those conditions. But at home, he usually finds something, moments of quality. And look, we know he's one of the best long-range shooters in Europe. So if he gets opportunities running around the box, I expect him to at least force Pope into some saves.
Yeah, so let's run through that lineup with you one more time. So it's Hugo Lloris in goal. A back three of Patron Sanchez, Eric Dyer, Ben Davis, Sessin on left wing back, Emerson right wing back, Bentancorp and Højbjerg in the double pivot, Kane up top, supported by Sonny on the left and Kulusevski on the right. Are you worried at all by the quick turnover of these games?
A bit. There's no doubt about it. The fact that we've only got 2 days preparation, 1 day is a rest day as well, because it's day after London derby, and then pretty much we just have Saturday to train, and then it's not even like we have a few hours in the morning on Sunday. It's like straight into it on Sunday. Literally. So that does worry me a bit. But what I'm just hoping and praying for is we go into it with energy. We go into it with the energy that we left the Arsenal game. We had in the Arsenal game. I'm hoping the fact that we reserved our energy for the last half of the Arsenal game means that we're going to start this game fast. And I'm hoping that we can get this game killed off as early as possible, because if we do that, then it lessens the risk of us getting tired and having tired legs cost us the game. So I am a bit worried, but I don't think it should make the difference.
All right, well, that is our predicted lineup. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any thoughts regarding our lineup. If you would have picked a different lineup, let me know in the comment section below. And also put your score predictions in the comment section below. What is your score prediction, by the way?
2-0.
2-0.
I think a couple of moments of quality for me in and around the penalty area should be enough. And I think defensively, we're doing good things defensively at the moment. 1 goal conceded in the last 2. And even like in our bad spell against Brighton and Brentford, only 1 goal conceded. Like very solid defensively we've been in. So that's why I'm backing us to get a clean sheet. 2-0.
Yeah, I'm going 3-0. Just a bit more positive. I think that if we do get the early goal, the floodgates can open, a bit similar to the Arsenal game. But this one even more, because if we get an early goal, Burnley know that they have to get a win in this game. Well, they don't have to, but a win really sets them up well in this relegation battle. So obviously, because it's the first game of the weekend, they won't know what Everton and Leeds have done. So they really do actually need to get a win. So if we score early, which I think we will, I think we'll come out of the blocks fast this weekend. I think we can put a few past them. So I'm going 3-0. My brother's going 2-0. I'm getting back in Kulusevsky to get on the score sheet as well. But let me know your score predictions in the comment section below. That is your predicted lineup for the Burnley game. 12 o'clock kickoff at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And just before we let you go, actually, there's a free BetMate Fantasy League game this weekend. We've picked our teams already, haven't we? We don't have the graphic here, but let's just run through our teams anyway. Do you want to? I'll do my team first. So my team is Hugo Lloris in goal, Sessegnon and Emerson Royale in the defence. I've got Bentancourt and Dwight McNeil in the midfield, with Sonny as my vice-captain and Harry Kane as my captain. That's what I'm going for. So you can only pick a maximum of 6 players from each team. That's why I've got a Burnley player in there. But I think Dwight McNeil, he'll put in a few challenges and interceptions in the game, that's for sure. And if they do anything going forward, he could be the danger man too. So I've gone for Dwight McNeil. In terms of Sessegnon and Emerson Royale, I think both of them could easily get an assist, and both of them will make a lot of challenges and interceptions, in my opinion. Similar with Bentancourt, he actually got an assist in the Arsenal game. And Sonny and Kane, don't really need to say much about them. They're the danger men. What have you gone for?
I've gone for Lloris, Sessegnon and Sanchez in the back, McNeil and Kulasevsky in midfield, with Son vice-captain and Kane captain.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
I think I might change my Bentancourt for Kulasevsky, to be
You
honest,
reckon?
after everything I've just said about him.
Yeah, I just feel like Kulusevski could be a big one in this game. And Sanchez, I feel like he could be the one making lots of tackles and interceptions at the back. So that's why I went for him. And yeah, and everyone else is pretty much the same.
Yeah, so just a heads up, this game is actually completely free to play this weekend, with a minimum of £80 to be won. So do click the link in the description and go join the league. And if you use one of our codes, you get a free £5 to play any other game as well. There's lots of exciting games happening this weekend. So go and click that link in the description below and use one of our codes. Whichever one you like better gets a free £5. So use either Ben, we are WATTV, or Simeon's code is WATTV1882. So great game. I'm having so much fun playing it, and it's getting more and more popular as the weeks go by. So come and join us and take us on in this fantasy league betting app. It's really good fun to play. So link is in the description below. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.